In the grand halls of Adua, a new king rises. Orso, son of the legendary Jezal, stands before the throne, a crown heavy with the weight of a nation poised upon his brow. But as the crown settles, so too does the unease in Orso's heart. For he knows that beyond these gilded walls, a storm is brewing. The echoes of discontent grow louder with each passing day. In the shadowed streets of Adua, a fire ignites. The breakers and burners, born from the ashes of exploitation, fan the flames of change. Their whispers of revolution grow louder, a rising tide against the shores of the old order. Judge, a figure forged in stolen armor and righteous fury, rallies the burners. Her words spark a fire in the hearts of the oppressed. Alongside her, Rishinau preaches a gospel of justice to the breakers. His sermons a battle cry for change. And in the shadows, Brother Pike watches. His calculating gaze sees not just a revolution, but an opportunity. The wheels of change begin to turn. Inexorable and merciless, the storm that has long threatened finally breaks upon Adua. The People's Army, a tide of righteous fury, sweeps through the city. Judge leads the vanguard, her stolen armor now a beacon of hope for some, a harbinger of doom for others. Within the Agriant, King Orso feels the walls closing in. They want blood, a counselor warns, fear etched on his face. Orso, the reluctant king, now faces the cost of a crown he never truly desired. As the People's Army breaches the city's defenses, chaos erupts. The old order crumbles, its foundations swept away by the tide of change. Mansions burn as the oppressed seek vengeance. The night sky painted with the flames of rebellion. In this maelstrom, we find Savine, once a ruthless businesswoman, now a desperate fugitive. I cannot remember how it felt not to be terrified, she reflects. Her world turned upside down by the very forces she once manipulated. The Agriant, once the seat of power, now stands as the last bastion of the old regime. As the People's Army storms its gates, Rishinau's voice rises above the din. Today, we bury the chains of oppression, but it is Judge's sword that brings the bloody conclusion. The dust settles on a changed Adua, but the promise of a new dawn fades quickly. Judge, now in power, rules with an iron fist. Her justice is swift and merciless. The streets lined with grim warnings to any who might oppose her. Savine, once at the pinnacle of society, now wanders the ruins of her old life. Cradling her newborn, she murmurs, "The future will be different." But her words ring hollow in a world where the wheel of power has merely turned, not broken. In a dank cell, we find Orso, the deposed king. Great men's footsteps. He reflects bitterly, now seeing clearly the cycle of oppression that has claimed him as its latest victim. The crown's weight has been replaced by chains, but the burden remains. Rishinau, once the voice of revolution, finds himself sidelined in this new world. His dreams of utopia crumble as he watches Judge's regime mirror the very tyranny they sought to overthrow. Revolution eats its children, he laments, his words lost in the wind. Across Adua, the people who fought for change now struggle to rebuild their lives. The promise of bread for all has turned to ash in their mouths, the taste of freedom bitter and fleeting. And so the wheel turns. The story of the Union a stark reminder that power corrupts, and revolutions often become the very monsters they seek to slay. In the end, we are left to ponder, is true change possible, or are we doomed to repeat the cycles of the past?